Elizabeth Kolbert inició su carrera periodística cubriendo temas de información política en la redacción de The New York Times, hasta que en 2001 una polémica decisión adoptada por el gobierno de su país le llevó a fijar su atención por primera vez sobre los problemas del medio ambiente.
The beginning of the George W. Bush administration in the U.S. withdrew from the Kyoto Protocol, and it seemed to me that we really needed to answer the question once and for all whether climate change was a serious problem, and rather naively, I set out to do that for The New Yorker, and that was really what set me down this path of environmental reporting.
Con este objetivo en mente viajó a Groenlandia, una experiencia que marcó su vida profesional para siempre. Allí acompañó a un equipo de científicos que estaban investigando el deshielo desencadenado por el calentamiento global y le explicaron que este proceso, provocado por la acción del ser humano, era una cuestión de pura física, científicamente incuestionable. Fue entonces cuando Kolbert decidió dedicar una serie de reportajes al cambio climático que en 2006 dieron forma a su primer libro, titulado Apuntes de campo desde una catástrofe.
I became really interested / concerned, I guess you could say, about what humans were doing to the planet. It seemed like, we all knew that there were various crises, but I think that the scale of the problem was not really widely recognized. And the more I reported on it, the more I was overwhelmed by what an extraordinary moment we live in time, and it's extraordinary because of our own impacts on the planet.
A lo largo de las últimas 2 décadas, Kolbert se ha convertido en una de las periodistas ambientales más destacadas e influyentes a escala global, tal y como ha destacado el jurado que le ha concedido el 4º Premio Biophilia de Comunicación Medioambiental de la Fundación BBVA. En 2014 publicó su segundo libro, La sexta extinción, que se ha convertido en una obra de referencia internacional traducida a más de 20 idiomas, donde analiza en profundidad la galopante crisis de biodiversidad.
Humans are changing the planet in many different ways at a rate that is too fast for other organisms to keep up with. They simply can't evolve fast enough. And when that happens, and it has happened at other moments in time in the history of life, that's why this is called the 6th extinction, you get a lot of species that simply drop out, and you get these pulses, huge pulses of extinction.
Para documentar este libro galardonado con el premio Pulitzer, Kolbert entrevistó sobre el terreno a algunos de los mejores expertos mundiales que han comprobado cómo 1/3 de los corales constructores de arrecifes, 1/3 de los tiburones y las rayas, 1/4 parte de los mamíferos, 1/5 parte de los reptiles y 1/6 parte de las aves se encaminan a la extinción.
You really, in the course of a human lifetime, you shouldn't be able to see a single organism go extinct. It's just not something that should happen very often, and yet we all know of species that have gone extinct in our own lifetimes.
En su último libro, Bajo un cielo blanco, publicado en 2021 y traducido también a más de una docena de idiomas, Kolbert analiza las soluciones tecnológicas que se están explorando para intentar afrontar la crisis medioambiental.
If we're going to get out of this mess, it's going to be through technology, but are we going to start looking for more and more radical technologies? For example, blocking sunlight from hitting the earth, which is what the title of the book comes from, this idea of solar geoengineering. And are those going to potentially do more harm than good? Those are the big questions. Those are the serious, multi-trillion-dollar questions at the heart of the book.
Kolbert está convencida de que el periodismo puede y debe desempeñar un papel fundamental para concienciar y sensibilizar a toda la sociedad sobre la gravedad de los desafíos ambientales a los que nos enfrentamos.
I think it is really important for people to be exposed and to recognize that there are, something like 8, 10 million, maybe more, maybe up to 30 million other species with whom we share this planet. And they are really being seriously, that fabric of that life is being seriously unraveled, even as we speak, even as, we're sitting here right now. And I think conveying that to people, getting them to pause in the sort of daily crush of human news and think about those other aspects of the world, which are ultimately what sustain the world, is crucially important.
Porque solo una sociedad bien informada será capaz de superar la actual brecha entre las advertencias de la ciencia sobre la crisis ambiental y las medidas adoptadas hasta ahora por la comunidad internacional.
There's a huge gap between what's needed and what's being done, and we can see that, everywhere, including, starting with climate change. Every year, a report comes out, the emissions gap report, the difference between where we should be and where we are, and every year that gap grows greater. So clearly we are not doing, what we are being told by the scientific community and what we're being told by the world around us, we need to be doing.